All right, let's talk about translation requirements. This is a perennial question. There are a lot of people who, when they don't know what they're doing with immigration, they will overdo things. And I understand that as an urge, right? It's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to make everything extra, 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 super duper official. And so we've seen a lot of chat about people doing things like getting apostilled documents, extra certifications from their government and things like that. And doing the same thing with the translations. And that's actually not a requirement. So it's not a requirement. You might want to put your energy somewhere else. The requirements for USCIS are pretty clear, and they're actually pretty loose, which is kind of disturbing. As a person who speaks multiple languages, I'm like, this is a really low bar for translations, and I don't feel super comfortable with it, but that's the current standard. So don't, knock yourself out trying to get something harder. Basically, what you need is a person who speaks, reads, and writes both of those languages. They do not have to be a professional linguist to do the translations, but they do have to actually put a small statement on the translation affirming that it is an accurate translation, that they do know both languages. And then they have to put their contact information and their name and their address and their phone number on that as well. So they don't have to, have any kind of stamp or seal. They don't have to have a credential as a professional translator like you see in other countries. You might see sworn translators or things like that. It can literally be your bilingual friend who is, going to help you out. That being said, I would be careful about bilingual friends, because translation truly is, a profession for a reason, and you want to have a really good, accurate translation. For birth certificates and things like that, it might not be as big of a deal. We see a lot more variation in quality of translation when it's something like a sworn statement of some kind or some kind of explanation. Then you really might want a professional to make sure that it sounds really good in English and is highly accurate, because USCIS is only going to be reading the English version of what you submit. So that's really the translation requirement for documents. All foreign language documents that go to USCIS do need to have an English translation with that, confirmation by the translator that it's accurate. But other than that, that's all you need. As far as what the documents themselves need, whether they need to be certified or what degree of formality is required, you can find all of those requirements on the Department of State website. They have a website that talks about document reciprocity, and that just basically, it'll tell you literally, okay, if you've got a birth certificate from this foreign country, it needs to have a blue stamp and be from this office. It'll be very clear about what you need, so you don't have to go around just, doing crazy things that are hard to do right now with extra seals and stamps. So just get what you need, exactly what you need, would be our recommendation always. It's hard enough without making it any harder, right?